We're back, continuing our Honda CB750 restoration series. In our last episode, we prepped the engine for painting, laid on some primer, and then the matching Honda paint color. We also polished some aluminum and restored both wheels. Here we are back again, trying to put this engine back together after putting it all out in pieces. It's gonna be a challenge. I'm glad you guys are here for the ride, and if you haven't liked and subscribed, please, if you're enjoying the videos, just subscribe right now. We're gonna keep going. We've got a long way to go still. It may seem like we're getting close. There is still a lot to do, a lot of detail work, especially as I'm finding a bike like this. I am committed to finishing this bike and showing you guys that a guy like this can do it, which is gonna be quite a surprise if I can get there. So thanks again for all your support. Let's get going. The first thing I had to do is start to put in the transmission. And it was kind of cool to see all that, the way it all fits together. And I tried to keep it all organized in bags and everything, but I was still nervous that I wasn't gonna get it right when I put it back in. But I put it back in, it was cool. Like, I rotated it and you could see the gear switch from, you know, first, second, third and everything. Again, just the precision of engineering is really cool. So I got those two things in, then it came time for the camshaft. This is where I felt really out of my element, because I thought when I got the rebuild kit for this thing, I thought all I had to do was take out the old gaskets and the old seals and just replace them and button it up and put it all back together again. No. I was so wrong. With the crankshaft, you have these bearings that sandwich the crankshaft together from both halves of the engine, and those bearings are subject to wear. So you have to measure the crankshaft itself, then check the wear of the bearings. Then you have to decide, okay, if there is wear between either one of those things, then you have to replace the correct bearing. And there's all these color codes that Honda has about the size of bearing that you have to use. It's like a matrix they give you in the service manual. Fortunately for me, mine was within spec, and maybe that's because there was only 12,000 miles on the engine, so I was saved from having to figure out, you know, replacing the bearings. Some people say just replace the bearings no matter what. I didn't feel confident in making sure I was selecting the right one, and since it did measure out, I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it and let's just see what happens. Then it came time to sandwich the engine together, so I had to use this stuff called Honda Bond. I actually thought there was gonna be a gasket. No gasket, you just put this Honda Bond stuff in there. And of course, you gotta clean the surfaces really well with acetone and all those things, which I really tried to be careful about that. And then you have to make sure you get the Honda Bond just in the right areas so that the seals where they need to be sealed are sealed. When you start torquing things down, you have to do it in a certain order, especially on the outside of the engine when you put it back together again. There is an order that the service manual gives you. And the reason why is because it's an aluminum shell. So you can imagine if you start torquing things down in the wrong spot, you can actually kind of skew the shell. And I don't know what kind of damage you can do, but I imagine it's not good. I think the thing that was really pushing me forward is just seeing this painted engine case come together. I was super motivated to just get this thing together and go, wow, I just want to look at it. And especially when I started seeing these chrome pieces that I had polished go on the side, it's like, oh, this is going to be a bike one day. Hey, I don't know if it's going to run, but I think it's going to look pretty. So I was pretty inspired by that. So my father-in-law came to help, and he was instrumental in just double checking the pistons, the piston rings, making sure they were seated properly. It was just a huge confidence booster. I think this was the step I was most nervous about. If I got this wrong, the engine is just not going to run. You're not going to get any compression. If the valves aren't adjusted correctly, that's not going to work either. So he was really good and very patient with me in learning this stuff. One thing that was really cool to see is just to see my son and my father-in-law working together, learning, one generation learning from the other. And in fact, it was just basically him teaching both of us how this stuff goes together. Just the three of us working together to resurrect this dead bike and to one day hopefully see it run. So that will be a fun day that we can all kind of share in. If you're working on something, bring a friend in, bring a family member in, just kind of share the experience if they can tolerate it. Some of my friends say, I can't believe you have the patience to do this. And looking back, I can't believe I did either. It's a long, laborious process, especially if you're unsure of yourself. Oh, okay. I didn't think I could do that. Wow. Yay for me. We are making some real progress, and that pile of parts is now starting to look like a motorcycle. I just want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I started this project just as a fun thing to do. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that we'd have 1,000 subscribers. As of yesterday, we do. So thank you so much for subscribing and following along. I'll put the playlist at the end if you've missed any episodes. But again, just thank you guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching. And thank you to Brickhouse Builds for just going out of his way and mentioning this little project on one of his videos. It really was a huge boost for me. And I really appreciate all the videos and support he's offered me through the years just with his amazing videos. So thank you to Brickhouse Builds. And thanks to everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.